popping up. I saw a little fish following it, and then this one saw it and boom. He got me on the rod. That's a real surprise. Two things. Well, I was fishing this morning, the water's gone green. It's a little bit green here, but it's a little better colour. And the other thing is the howling wind. I mean, it's windy up here, but I was honestly expecting it to be a lot worse, so really that. Obviously, worth missing the cup final for. I watched the first half, and then I was just wondering what the fishing was like, even though it was windy where I was. So I thought I'd watch it on Match of the Day. Okay, wind is picking up, it's still pretty strong, and the swell is strong, so I'm going to try a heavy tweak, see if I can get a bit more control over it. It's just blowing around into the rocks. This is a fasting tweak, so yeah, already I can feel it's better with the line, it's holding better in the water. So it'll just really need to work a bit quicker though. Okay, this one is 70 odd grams and it's got the same profile as the 50. So I find that's a really good profile for the bass, and just the extra weight today just giving me that control. That's great. Just This bass is fighting well. Really well. Down here. So that bass put up a really good fight for his size. I mean, it's not a bad one, but dived down and everything, and the fast sink tweak did it, and I also caught a perceive as well. So double hook up. Okay, just one fish there, but it's worth coming even for the one fish, and had a follow from one that chased it all the way in. And yeah, the last few times that's happened, they've hit it, but this time just turned away at the last minute. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Okay, so today, really heavy wind. Only chance of me using very heavy lures, otherwise everything else is going to be blown out the water. I'm hoping this wind will calm down as the morning goes over the next hour or so, I'm hoping. Okay, it does look good conditions, so definitely a good chance of hitting something. We just don't know if they're about. So I've just stuck on this fast tweak, or fast sink tweak, because there's obviously the wind is strong, but there's a really strong current, so it helps to keep control on it. I'm going to whip it through really fast into this open water. See if something sees it, follows it. Oh, I had a hit then, definitely. Yeah, I'm on. First fish of the day, hoping there's a few more around. That was on the fast sink tweak. There's the wind is pretty strong, but the current is very strong, so it's just helped me get a bit of control. I've got on this medium sink mackerel just to try a different colour. Good thing about it is it's not as easy in the current to control as the fast sink, but it's good getting up over the ledgy rocks here, because you can bring it to the top easy and then I can just nip it over those rocks. Whereas a heavy one, it's harder to get up and see where it is. So they've both got their advantages, but I've just used them both really. It's in a good spot there. Keep that schoolie mount from behind those rocks. So a little schoolie on the blue mackerel there. Yeah, so a couple of fish now, so that's good. I'm just going to stick on now this little chartreuse back. See how that goes. So it's just slightly smaller, but it's the same weight. It's a fast sink. See how that goes. We'll bring it through pretty quick. Oh, yeah. That's another one. That's good. I just put on this fast sink tweak, little one, 50 gram, and it's got like a chartreuse back on it, and yeah, it's casting close to that rock. Get this one in. I don't know if I've got time for anything else. So that is the fast sink tweak there, just at the end. I might have just one or two more casts and I better get back. Okay, that's the end of the trip then. It was a really fun trip, as usual down in Portugal. I was fortunate enough to be able to find some fish, because the summer can be really quiet, and to make things worse, this summer most of the marks were just full of weed. It's sort of weed everywhere. I just managed to find a couple of spots without the weed and get into some bass and test the lures out. Yeah, I mean, I expected the lures to do well if there was bass around, because I tested them this winter, and you could just tell by the way they work with the action that they would get bass if they were around. The bomb was really good, cast a really good distance, very splashy, and I hit a lot of bass with that. And the glide, which was designed more of a slow retrieve lure, you know, early morning, evenings and night time, that kind of slow sinking. I put that on some evenings and early mornings, and managed to hook some really nice bass on that one. And yeah, of course the tweak bait, got the slow sink one, that was good on the non-windy days and smaller days, and the heavy sink tweak was really handy, because there's some massive wind days where it's just literally blowing the lures out the water. So the heavy sink was ideal then, because I could keep it in the water, work it through. I mean, those days are not the most fun to fish, but it certainly makes a difference when you hook up, then things feel a lot better. So yeah, it's a good trip all round. You know, tested out some of the airbrush lures, and they went really well. So yeah, look forward to getting back. I'm not sure when that will be with the COVID, but hopefully it won't be too long. Yeah, thanks for watching, and see you next time. I think I've got time for just one more little fish tonight. I'm just going to have a little session before dark, so I'm leaving really early in the morning, so I've just packed. I'm going to just nip up there and see if there's any more bass around. And just yeah, I just want to see if I can hook another one or two. So I just got up here for a last quick session. Got about an hour to fish. this beautiful evening. There's no wind, the wind's totally gone down, so it's a lovely finish because the last couple of days were heavy wind. And yes, well, so that's, I'm hoping, you never know, but I'm hoping to see if I can get onto the last couple of bass before I leave. Ah, beautiful evening. So this is the last session for sure of this trip. I'm going really early in the morning. It's been a really good trip. It's just been nice to round it off with at least 1 or 2 fish. 1 fish would be alright. You just don't know. It looks lovely conditions, but you know, you just don't know. The water temperature now is back to its normal cold. When I first got here, the water was so warm. They say that the temperature is really bad for fishing, but I did really well when it was warm. So, not that I'm disputing that, but just as I say, you should always fish whatever, because you just never know. Even if it doesn't seem like great conditions, that's the thing about bass fishing. So the warmer water is supposed to slow the fish down. But I'd say I got just as much, if not more, fish when it was warm. Okay, so calm conditions with the wind today. Just going to try the little tweak. I don't get a lot of chance to use this little 15 gram with the winds and swells. Good thing about these little 15 gram, you can catch more variety of fish, plus you still can get a big fish, no, for sure. Oh, come on. Maybe it's a good one. Oh dear. Right by those rocks. Shit. That is a good bass. That's just saying, you can get bigger fish on the little lure. And keep them through these rocks. It's funny, so it's funny. I've only got my light leader on. Flipping heck. Lovely bass, can't believe it. I think a double figure on the last evening with a tiny little lure. I was just saying that you can get big fish on the little lure, and then promptly hooked into this one. That is a great end to the trip, but it's not over yet. Maybe there's a few more out there. Okay, just bent that hook a little bit out this one here. So I'm just going to stick on another hook. Okay. I've just changed the hook over. Give it another go. There's no way I'm going to carry on fishing with a bent hook after what happened the other day. Okay, see if this 15 gram can do it again. Right, it's in a nice spot there. Yeah, I'm on. Keep it up, it's rocky as anything there. This wave should help me. Hopefully, get it over, yeah. Whew. Okay, another one on the little tweak there. It's looking really good. I reckon it could be another couple of rounds. Okay, that's great, another one. Oh, that's a big one. Oh my gosh. Wow, that was a freaking big bass as well. Holy sh! What the heck? Can't believe it. Yeah, he had another go at it. Shit. Oh, what an amazing finish to the trip. Couple of fish, one double, and then just had another big one which looked double just come off, and then try and hit it again. So I'm back with a little tweak, because that's what was working tonight. It's gone quiet for a while now. Had a couple of fish, and then I had another big double figure. I've got one on now. Not a double figure, but a fish on. Oh, behind me. Oh shit. Oh, God, I thought he was going to get me on that rock then. It's not a big one, but not bad. He definitely nearly got me on the rock. Okay. Third fish on the little tweak. It's really going well tonight, this little tweak. I mean, it's time hopefully for one more. This little tweak is absolutely brilliant tonight. Okay, so there should be time for one more fish, with any luck. I'm just tweaking it and then I'm almost pausing. Yeah. Oh, just don't go over to those rocks, mate. There's a lot of rocks in front, shallow ones. Yeah, those ones I just managed to get him through those. Just stays on. Okay, not sure you can see that one. Nearly swallowed it. Get that out. Give this 22 gram slow sink tweak a little go. Okay, it's gone out really far. There's no wind, it's lovely conditions. Come on. He jumped. What the hell? I've not seen many bass jump. That wave helped me get it over. Oh, have I got it over yet? Where is it? I can see it. Don't go around that rock. That's not a bad one at all. Be really careful. Another bass. This was on the slow sink tweak. It's dark now, so maybe just have a couple more casts. I should really go. Alright, it's fun. Okay, I'm off.